Here, welcome to another episode of Live to Be Remembered podcast. Here with the fellas. How y'all feeling?
Good. What's happening?
Hey, feeling blessed and anointed with the favor dripping. Let's go. Let's go.
That
So
part.
today's topic is my price is my price. Are you adding value?
Oh, it's good.
Hey,
My
man.
price is my price. Are you adding value?
Hey, man. Listen, man, there's one thing that I can't stand is that when everybody's talking about, it's your price. But, a lot of times my question is, before you put a price on it, did you pay for it? And I don't mean in money. I mean like in blood, sweat, tears, pain, sleepless nights. Like, have you ever had that kind of times where you had to go through things? So, for me right now, man, it's just really tough because everybody's talking about this is what I charge, this is what I charge, what I charge. But the most important thing we have to understand is that if you're charging that, what do the person get? Because it's more than just a landing page, right? It's more than just a website, a logo, or, a speaking certification program. But what is the tangibles? Like, what are people going to walk away with from the product and service that you have? Or just you in general? Like, have you been doing this for years, or have you jumped into a program for 2 weeks and came out like, I'm going to charge 30,000, I'm going to charge 50,000 because I went through a program? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about the program you go through, but what does matter is that the value, because I always say nothing matters but results. If you can't get people results, it don't matter what you're talking about. So let's just bounce this off back and forth of each other, because we all have businesses. We all have, entrepreneur mindset. We all have a grind set, skill set. So let's talk to the people and get them to understand the importance of not just saying your price, but first of all, realizing, have you paid the price to charge what you're trying to charge? So yeah, go ahead. Either one of you guys can jump in, man.
Bro, that's good, man. Phew. That hit home for I think a lot of people that's listening, man, because some people do feel like, I remember you said you put a post on there, you was like, don't be going on Google and then you you charging everybody for something I can get off Google. Like, wait a minute. Like, like it's just one of those things, man. You really, I think it's about the value, and to piggyback off that, it's about the principles that attach to the value. Because like I said, I can go speak for an hour and just take the money, but then the kids are not left with any type of principles, any type of call to actions, any type of, they just sat there and just heard you speak. And it's like, you can't charge. And I remember when I first started, and Will, you helped me out with this. You was like, if you don't have social proof, if you don't have anything showing what you do, like, people don't follow what you're saying, they follow what you're doing. So it's just like, I remember you said one time, like, you can be charging $2,000. If I'm charging $2,000 and my website got misspelled words, looking like my cousin, just got out of jail and he put it together, like, you know what I'm saying? like my landing page, it's almost kind of like the person who did course.
Hey, Corey, no pun intended, bro. I'm sorry about the flyer. Lord.
Looking like Corey flyer around here, and I'm charging $2,000. My flyer looking like, my cousin just did it. So it really hit home when you said that, man, because it had to check me to be like, I need to look like what I'm charging. So that way, even if I am charging $1,500 or $2,000 or $2,500, I look the part of what I'm asking for. It's just like, and we in the world now where we judge, where we see somebody who gets out of a Lamborghini or a Beamer or something like that, they will look like they should be in it. But then you have some people that don't, because they just feel like, hey, I don't have to look like what I'm getting out of when I know my bank account full of money. Like, so it's a give and take, but at least like you said, they can see and see the value and the principle behind it, because that's what really matters. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day, is knowing that you bring in value and you have principles to be able to back up your actions to what people need to see. Because we can post things all day long. I can say all these things, but they don't see, like you said, the results. If they don't see the books out, if they don't see my social things that I'm doing outside of this little box that I post every time, if they don't see the fact that I post things when I'm down, when I'm sad, when I'm hurt, like it's easy to post everything. I'm flying out somewhere. I'm, went to go speak. But how about posting something that really hits home to be like, man, like there was a kid while you were speaking being bad and you addressed it. Like, like it's those things that people need to see and understand, that it's not just speaking, it's more to it. It's more about being like your character. It's more about being your character and those things that come with it, to say, hey, this is what I stand for, this is what I don't. But if you don't have principles and standards, so I think it's principles, value, and standards. Like if you have those, I think that by itself would give you everything you need. So I challenge everybody to say, hey, let me look at my principles, what I value, and what my standards are, and not have expectations for those three things. Because I feel like a lot of people have expectations for principles, but expectations for values, and expectations for standards. And all expectation does is leave you frustrated. So that's just a little bit of what I feel like, you have to bring. So your price can be your price, but don't be charging people Family Dollar, stuff, or Dollar General. And you want to come do something that's worth 15, and then you ask them, okay, well, let me see your format. Like, what kind of format you got? You like, I don't do no format. I'm just gonna wing it. But you want me to charge how much? Okay, so your price can be your price. All I'm saying is, not everybody want to pay that price because you ain't even paid the price.
Hey,
What you got, Quan?
get him, Quan. Hey, get him, Quan. I see you ready to lock and load it, bro. Like, get him. Gorilla. Go all gorilla, bro. Let's go.
And I know he about to do
it. My price is my price because of the customer service you're going to get. So when I tell you that a logo is 120, what comes with that is you able to get me on the phone. You able to message me, and I'm going to respond back quickly. Now, not only is the logo that I'm doing yours, now that you've asked me to do it, it's become my logo as well. So now your business, now I'm invested in your business because that's how I take care of my customers. So customer service, I'm like Chick-fil-A when it comes to customer service, man. That's the first thing.
Hey, he said, yo, you ain't gonna go buy that. Like, you ain't say nothing deep.
We gonna let that slide.
He said, yo, when you work with me, your logo becomes my logo. I'm like, hold up. Now, you already know. You tapped into the Chick-fil-A side. So I got it. Listen to me. I got to intertwine with my bro, right? Yo, I was doing some research today, man. And then, I just been in the mindset of just really studying the GOATs, you know what I'm saying? The top people in the industry. Yo, tell me why. I didn't know, like, but Chick-fil-A is closed on a Sunday. But do you not understand that because they're closed on Sunday, the profit that they're losing? $1.7 billion. Because they closed on Sunday. Now, imagine if they were open. That would be another added to what they're already making. But this is what I want to say to y'all that's listening. When you are the GOAT at what you do, you could take 2 days off and still won't hurt your pocket. Come on now. Come on.
Right.
When you're the best at what you do,
Thanks.
you ain't got to negotiate your price. People are just going to be like, here, take it. Kind of like.
That's true.
Hey,
that's true.
Kind of like Creflo Dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just come and throw money at the altar. Like hey,
bro,
I'm telling you. But when I was listening to it, because of, and here's the thing too, like, you guys are trying to, not my squad, but you guys are trying to have a business but you don't really have a business, because here's the truth. I'm gonna step on some toes. But if your business is not generating, then that means it's not a business. It's a hobby. I'm gonna say that one more time. If your business is not generating, it's not a business. It's a hobby. You only have a business when you generate revenue. So many people don't get that. Like I always say, I'm not impressed because you're an international speaker. I'm not impressed because you are, a coach, a certified speaker. I don't care about none of that. Willie touched on it. At the end of the day, if I don't have character, it don't mean nothing. And character is more valuable than profit. Because at the end of the day, you won't be remembered for how much dough you made, but you will be remembered of how you change people's lives. And you can't change people's lives by focusing more on profit than what you do on people. And people got it backwards. When you develop people, people have no problem investing in your business and your brand. So yeah, go ahead. I know I'm just passing.
Yeah, but man, man, look, whoo. And so let me speak to the people. Let me speak to the people that are listening to not take what Will was saying so harsh. I'm gonna break it down for how I understand it in my perspective. Yes, you could have a hobby. Yes, you could have a gift. But what he's saying is, with having a hobby and having a gift, you've done it so much, get money from it. Now, I'm not saying go chase it. I'm just, like he said, people are will be willing to give you more than what your price is if you have standards, principles, and a goal. Like, because when you, even when you have a hobby, you have to get to a point to where what's the goal in doing the hobby? Like, so I don't want you to get down what he's saying because you have that hobby and you're not making money from it. Because at first you won't probably make money from it because you have to understand that you're going to be doing it for free if you get to the point to understand, okay, I got to have a standard. I got to have some type of value that I'm giving to where people would just give it automatically. And that's why I like what Quan said was the customer service that you get. Like, Quan, you don't understand, like, you don't get that with some of the professionals where, like, I get to reach out and touch, and he gets to hear your story to make something that you thought of, you was dreaming about, come to reality. Like, when you make a shirt, it's just not a shirt. It's just not a logo. He brought something that you was thinking about, you was dreaming about, and it got to the point to where he brought it to reality. And the thing I love about Quan is when you look at the work that he's done, you're not gonna question it because you be like, it's just amazing by him hearing your story. You can be like, that's exactly what I was looking at. Like, that's exactly you know why? Because the customer service from it, his standards and his value of hearing your conversation that y'all get to be able to say, okay, this gonna save me time because you get to talk to me. I'm gonna listen to what you want, and then I'm just gonna bring that to life. And then when you see it, it takes out the fact that I got to do it all over again. I got to go back to the drum. Like, no, you don't get that with everybody. So when you have something that is substantial and very concerning to you, people will give it to you. Like, when we speak, there are people that are willing to give us more because of what we bring to the table. Like, they already know we can speak, but then it's like when they see it in person, it's just like, man, like your energy, the kids come to you afterwards and and before, and they want you back. Like, that's our character from listening to our story because we connect to the kids and we're living it. So like Will said, it's not just, it's so much more. And that's why we said earlier, like, people want to charge a certain amount and they don't even have goals of the amount. Listen, they don't even have goals for the amount. Like, I'm charging you $5,000, but I have no idea how much I want to make in a year. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, when I give you the amount is to know, okay, by the end of the year, I'm trying to reach that amount, and I'm not budging on my amount because that's my price, because I got a goal I'm trying to reach. I hope y'all caught that. I'm not changing my price because my price is my price because I know the goal that I'm trying to reach at the end of the year. So meaning I can't charge anything less because I have the goal to reach. And once I reach that goal, then I can charge the amount that I may negotiate with. But if I negotiate and I reach under my goal, guess who goal I just felt? Mine. So that means any other goal that I set in life, I'm gonna do the same exact thing because I did it for this one. So that's why your price got to be your price. But you can't. I'm telling you, you can't. You got, like Quan said, you got to have customer service. So we're talking about having customer service. Write this down, y'all. Y'all need to write. Some of y'all listening on this podcast, you need to have customer service. You need to have standards. You need to have values. You need to have a goal, and you need to have value. I think those 5 things. I got to come up with an acronym. Those 5 things will get you. I think everything that you need in your business to succeed.
Hey, listen, I want to say this to everybody that's listening right now. Bro, and I promise you, man, like ever since I've been like really been on that development boy, man, I'm telling you, Willie and Shaquan, like the quotes that I used to read, I even had to go back to old books and dig in there because there was some stuff that didn't apply when I was there because I wasn't able to receive it the right way. But this is what I'm gonna say. For those of you that's chasing money, money is a good servant, but it's a horrible master. I'm gonna let that breathe real quick. Money is an excellent servant, but it's a horrible master. What are you saying, Will? Your goal and your objective, of course, is to leave a legacy, but a legacy is more than just money, okay? It's what legacy is not what you leave in the world, but what you leave in people. So every single day that you wake up, you should be looking as Willie does. He is a GOAT at it. That's why I call him the encouragement guru. He's planting a seed. Now, here's the thing. Because he does it so well, he makes encouragement popping. All right, let me take another step deeper. I didn't know what autism was until I met Jeanette. I'm just saying, like, shout out to Jeanette, the autism queen. I didn't know what it was. But she took autism and made that joint pop. I'm like, beautytism? Ooh, let's go. Like, yo, like when I wear the shirt, I feel like there's another anointing that comes upon me, bro. I'm like, let's go, right? But even with Manny, bro, like I never seen somebody kill the game with cleft lip and cranial or facial awareness. Like, I'm just like, yo, you make it popping. And what am I trying to say to everybody listening? If you're not going to be the best at doing it, don't touch it. I'm going to say it one more time. If you're not going to be the best at doing it, don't touch it. Your goal, your mindset, and your mantra should say, if I'm going to touch it, I am going to be the best to ever do it. Now, with that being said, Willie, Shaquan, Matre, Corey, all of us operate in excellence, decency, and order on our own level. Right? So a lot of people probably listening to right now, but like, wait a minute, yo, you're all speakers. You're right, we all speakers, but in our own individual lane. Come on now. See, like you looking at like, so Will, you having competition with Matre? Absolutely not. Matre's having competition with himself. I'm having competition with myself. Shaquan, Willie, and Corey having competition with myself. We all have our own unique lane. And the problem with some of y'all is that you're trying to generate revenue, but you're in the same lane as everybody else. That's not the way it works. You can't say you want to make $100,000 and you listen to me. I promise you. You scroll up and down your Facebook. What do you see? Credit repair. Everybody is doing credit repair. I'm like, yo, if you're gonna do credit repair and you ain't changing the game, oh man, the gorilla pot 2 jumped on. I thought he was supposed to go eat some steak, but he jumped on. Hey, Corey, you jumped into the middle of that hurricane that hit.
Uh-oh.
What's happening out here now, bro?
Uh-oh.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, so what I'm saying to y'all that's listening to this right now is that you're trying to charge something, but you don't even have value of what you're charging. And like I said, if you're not going to be the best at what you do, put it down. Put it down. Y'all watching this podcast right now, you like, yo, but Willie's a speaker, Shaquan speaker, Corey speaker, Matre speaker. You're right. But what you don't understand is that we're effective communicators in our own lane and we dominate what we do. We make mental health pop. We make logo design popping. We make encouragement popping. We make legacy popping. We make effective communication popping. Everybody got their own lane on here. So there's no traffic. There's no, bumping into each other because we know our separate lane. Better yet, we on the back road. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we all driving on the back road. There ain't no traffic, bro. So I'm telling you, if you're going to be great at something, master it. The reason why Chick-fil-A creates so much revenue is because they mastered the art of chicken. They sell chicken, bro. And when you go there, I don't know about y'all, I ain't never got to check the bag. And your business should be so effective that when people pull up, they ain't got to check the bag. They just go and trust you. I'm going to pass it.
That's good, bro. That's good, man. Like, I like what you said, man. I was thinking about how all of us are speakers. But I look at it now, if I'm a speaker and I'm the tree, every tree got branches. So, I mean, if I'm the tree of encouragement, I got the branch over here of, emotional intelligence. I got the branch over here with the logo. I got the branch over here with, so you can be the tree, just have different branches. You can branch off to other things, but you're still maintaining what the core and the seed is to the tree. So, man, that's so dope, man. I just love the fact that we are all able to do what we are called to do and make it look so easy. Like I said, make it look so easy. Not saying that it is easy. We just make it look easy, and it comes easy to us because we understand why we're doing it. Like, some people are charging, like, you can ask somebody why they charge $2,500, and the only word they can come up with, is that crazy you charging that much? But when I tell you why, you'll be like, oh, okay. But some people can't even tell you why. They just tell you, they just be like, oh, because I need the money. That's not a good answer. like, shoot, we all need money to go to work. But at least, you know what I'm saying? But when they tell you why, it's just like, oh, okay, I see the proof in the pudding now. Like, you telling me, you bringing all this? And then some people, it's funny, you'll tell them how much you charge, and then you tell them everything that they get, and they be like, that's it? Like, them the people I want to rock with. Like, oh, okay. Like, you're right. I am charging. I'm not charging enough. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Because the next person, I'm charging $5,000 instead of $25,000. That's my fault. Thank you. But like you said, Chick-fil-A just does chicken, man. And I was just thinking about this earlier because I went to Firehouse Sub. I just thought about, you got Quiznos, Subway, and I thought about how Starbucks, I couldn't imagine Starbucks trying to do smoothies. I can't imagine Starbucks trying to do anything else besides coffee. I feel like it wouldn't work because that's not something they can branch off to, But they can, like, other places. Like, I can't see, Chick-fil-A all of a sudden, just doing just straight salads. Like no, like, ain't no vegans. Like, we need. Like, no, that's something, like, that's something of its own that, they understand their value to not branch. Come on. They understand their value to not branch off somewhere else because what they're doing, the customer service, like Quan said, outstands any other thing else. Like, I know Chick-fil-A is the only place I won't even question how much it costs. I go to restaurants, I go to Ruth Chris, I be going to Topgolf, I go all these other places, I be looking at the check. When I go to Chick-fil-A, or when I go to somewhere where I know I'm wanted, I know that I'm bringing value, I don't never check. They could be like, yeah, it's $102. I'm like, okay. I don't ask, I don't say nothing. But if I go to all these other restaurants, and y'all know how it is, let's be real. I've learned to do something different when I go to restaurants. I tip the waiter before. I tip the waiter before to mess their head up instead of afterwards. Because sometimes they could be having a bad day. But knowing you just did something that other customers don't do, there's never been a time where I get there, my cup be halfway if they already filling it back up. Versus when you tip them afterwards, they may come one time and they forget about you. I just switched the game up. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna beat you to it. I'm gonna tip you before and after. I mean, I was gonna give you $20 anyway, so I'm just gonna give you 10 before and just give you 10 afterwards. They don't know that. They don't know. If I was gonna give you 10, I'm gonna give you 5 before and then 5 after. They don't know. They don't know. But I changed the game because now they may be like, man, like I'm used to getting paid afterwards. So now they're in a routine to where like, okay, this person value is different than any other customer. So let me do something that's already in me to do to start doing.
And hey Willie, I do that the waiter before, bro. Your drink never go half empty. They be right back. Sir, would you want some more lemonade? that do mess their head up. But like,
They'll bring you the
think
whole
about
picture.
KFC here in Bedford. I don't know about any other KFC, but here, like, you could go at KFC right now, up to the drive-thru, and order chicken, and they'll say, "Oh, we all out of chicken." Damn, that's all you sell. You don't sell nothing else. How are you out of the one thing that you sell? Ain't like y'all sell cheeseburgers or anything like that. Y'all sell chicken. Y'all done ran out. But back to my customer service point, this is why, and if you have a like page, it's fine. I'm just saying for me, I don't like pages because I like for my customer to feel like they're actually talking to somebody. I mean, when you got a like page, you really don't know if you're talking to assistant. You don't know if you're talking, so you don't know if you're talking to a third person. So that's why I much rather a person come to my Facebook, to my Instagram to talk to me, because now you getting the person that's actually doing it. I'm not big time where I need an assistant or fake it like, oh, I got an assistant and I ain't got no clients. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know people that ain't got a business, ain't making no profit, but got an assistant. Like, fam, why you faking it? So again, like I said, I ain't got nothing against like pages. I'm not gonna do it.
Man, yo, that right there, he said, you faking it. You ain't making no profit, but you got an assistant. And that's a lot of people's problem, right? It's kind of like painting that picture, you know. And again, like, you can't just put a flyer out there, and you just can't put a product out there and be like, well, everybody come shop here. People don't shop based on that, because I promise you, whenever you go to a restaurant, the first thing you doing is going on Yelp. And you checking all the reviews. You're gonna make sure, listen, if this joint ain't a 4.5 star, listen to me, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's key. Corey, you got anything to say, man? We just talking about your price is your price, but you got to have value. So.
Oh yeah. I was listening to what Willie was saying in regards to people saying that your price is too much, and the people that is telling you that are the have-nots. They don't have it, and sometimes you tell your prices to the wrong people, and then what happens is you'll get enough of the have-nots to convince you that you're charging too much, and then you'll believe you're charging too much. And then you will lower your price and your standards to supply the have-nots when the have-nots can't get you rich. You know what I'm saying? What you have is a great dynamic service that I truly believe that you need to give to the haves. Because the haves is going to appreciate what you have. They understand hard work because they had to get hard work to have what they have. You see what I'm saying? And so it all depends on who you're talking to, who you're sharing your price range with, because not everybody understands hard work. You see what I'm saying? So if I say I'm going to charge $7,500 to come out and speak to whoever it is, or I'm going to consult with whoever it is, I'm not going to go to a school who has, it's a Title I, first and foremost. Dropout rate is very high. I know for a fact they can't afford $7,500. But what I would do is I'm going to decide if I'm going to lower my price to what they can afford. I would never let a have-not tell me how much I'm worth. And we do it all of the time because we want to appease and please everybody. And most of the services that we have, we create them for have-not people. And have-not people can't afford your services. It's not that it's too high, but think about who you are targeting. So what it does, it has to push you to say, you know what? I got to jump outside this demographic and land into another demographic because what I have is dynamic. You see what I'm saying? And so I feel like if you're going to charge that price, you stick by it, and you hold on to it. The reason Chick-fil-A charge what they charge is because they know the value that they bring, and they believe in the value that they bring, and ain't nothing nobody can say to convince them that they don't bring that type of value, because they've consistently brought value time after time again. You got Chick-fil-A got more than enough people who said this is the bomb than the ones that say, no, Chick-fil-A messed up my order one time. They're consistent. So if you're consistent with your value, you're consistent with what you offer, and you're consistent with your prices across the board, then people are going to respect your price. But if you continue to lower your price to meet the have-not needs, then that's your own fault. And I'm going to talk you down to $1 if I can too.
Not $1.
Hey, Corey, now I told you I changed your contact now from Corey D. Jones to Prophet D. Jones. Bro, man, you all up in my element, bro, because literally me and my wife was watching Tyler Perry Have Nots last night. So I'm like, yo, this is super prophetic. Hey, but you just took the prophecy and turned it into a reality. You feel me, bro? Hey, bro, you right on point with that. And I definitely agree with you. And that's the thing, right? Like, you know the value that you bring, right? And sometimes we allow, like Corey was saying, to allow the have-nots to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, you're not worth that. In no actuality, the have-not will be on the back end trying to charge what you're trying to charge. But they don't want to invest in what you're doing. So what that means is that now you got to remove yourself from people who have a poverty mindset, because it's a poverty mindset. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a poverty mindset. You like when you have a mindset of wealth, you don't look at 7,500 as 7,500. You look at 7,500 as, yo, my family about to come up. Like, I promise you, like, because again, you only can grow based on the information and the implementation of what you do on a consistent basis. So the reason why people rock with us is because we all understand our value. And like Corey said, and that's true. I love how you put it in that formula, Corey, for the people to digest, because a lot of times you try to charge a certain school $7,500 and you know they ain't got it, but you'll say they got it. How do you know that? You don't know that. So, and better yet, God gonna turn around and come bless you even more because you did the right thing. And that's true. And that's the way that we move. Like, I know, like, if a school tells me, William, I know you charge X, Y, and Z, but we only have X, Y, and Z. Can you do it? At least they know my value. You feel what I'm saying? So if Corey goes and says, yo, you know what I charge, right? Please don't disrespect me. You feel me? Shaquan goes, you know what I charge. Don't disrespect me. Because again, if you're speaking to a big company and you know they got the bread to pay you, they got the bread because they're about to generate revenue. When you speak to these kids, these kids ain't about to generate no revenue, but they're going to be able to hold on to something. And like Shaquan was talking about, it's that service. And everybody knows that rocks with me, that's close to me within our circle, is that when I hit a school, I'm not just there to speak. And that's what some of your problems are, is that you just want to hit the stage, get the check, and bounce. That's not what this is about. This is about changing lives. I promise you, Corey. I promise you, Shaquan. I promise you, Willie. The last school that I went to before COVID hit, I was there all day from 7 in the morning to 4 at night. My coach, my fitness coach had to drag me out the building because I'm trying to hug people. I'm trying to take a picture with everybody. And guess what? This is how good God is too. When you give excellent service, the same principle, right, yo? The same principle who brought me in said, oh man, Will, the girls are mad at you. I said, why are they mad at me? They said, because they didn't get a session with you. This is how you know you bring value. She said, just like this. She said, how much would it cost? When somebody asks you how much it costs, that means you know you're moving in a level that nobody else is moving on. So when somebody comes and says, Corey, how much does it cost? I could have easily charged the same thing that I charged to do the whole day. But I said, you gave me an option. I said, I'm going to give you the hookup because you was good to me. I let God take care of me on the back end. So I said, yo, I'll go in there and blaze them for free. Then I added more value. My new book that I dropped, I went in there. I said, I'll give all the students who are struggling academically a copy of my book free of charge. They ain't got to pay for nothing. And because you give that customer service that Shaquan was talking about, and because you have the mindset of the haves and not the have-nots, now you put yourself in what I call miracle territory, that everything you touch stop flowing with milk and honey. So the problem with many of y'all that's listening to this podcast is that you're trying to charge, but you ain't got no value. You can't say you got value because you got value. You know you got value when you ain't got to talk about it. Better yet, I tell this to a lot of people, and I'm going to pass the torch. You know that you are a phenomenal communicator when people come up to you after an engagement and they say, how can we get you back here? And how much would it cost? That's it. They're already inviting me, and we haven't even talked about nothing yet. That's how you know you're an effective communicator. Let me get off this line, man. Yeah. Go ahead, guys. Y'all go in.
It's true, man. I mean, and it's not even effective communicator. It's just effective when you're effective, period. And I was thinking about Corey, how, when you're doing the right thing by people, it's kind of like when you go on Yelp. Like, people are going to refer you to them. Like, think about it. When you go out of town and you go get ready to go eat somewhere, you ask other people who know about places where they've been, where can you go eat at? Because you trust their decision versus you just showing up to the city and you're like, well, I'm going to try this place. But if somebody already told you that's a good place to go, you're going to be like, oh, that's too easy. And that's why I like rocking with this group, man, because we tell it how it is. And like we said earlier, everybody has value. You just have to find the 5 things that I said. I have to go back. I don't remember what I said. I do remember what I said. The 5 things which is bringing value is your standards. I think your goals, your standards, your goals, your character. What's the other one? It was your standards, your goals, your character. I got a good acronym. What else it was? Oh, your value. You bring value. And it was one more.
Shaquan said
Customer service. So yes, so those 5 things. So do a heart check. We're not saying that people don't have value. We're just saying the value that you have, do those 5 things. And that'll get you the results that you need to see to be able to say, you know what? Okay, I do this enough to where I can be able to charge that amount, and then you can see it. And like I said, I do it to Corey all the time. Like, I'd be like, I know what Corey price is, and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead, and this person be talking about what they want to do. Like, I'm not gonna waste his time. I'm gonna be like, hey, I got somebody right for you. I'm gonna send them your way. And then, like I said, and because I know if they ready for it, they're gonna be like, all right, cool. I don't care what he charging. Like, because they know they want to get to that level, and you can't say you want to get to that level and still be trying to, shoot this man for $1, as my boy say. Like, you can't be doing that. Like you shouldn't be ashamed of your price when you give it, and then they tell you that's not what they want to pay you. You should be comfortable in your price, not ashamed of it. If your price, listen, for everybody that's listening, if you start off as a speaker, I think this was anything, I don't want to even say just a speaker, just in your realm of what you do. If you do it and you first started off, I mean, you can email me, you can inbox me. I guarantee you, nobody has first started off with their first anything being like $2,000. Like, nobody. And reason why is because you had things to work on. So if within your heart of heart, you got things to work on, don't be saying your price is your price when you got things to work on. I mean, be real with yourself. Like, don't say my price is $1,000 when you just started this last week. Like, you just started last week and you already like you just started doing logos or watching it on YouTube, and now you charging $1,000. Like, come on, man. Like, listen, y'all. I know it's funny, but I need y'all to be real with yourself and do a heart check to know If nobody started off that way, what make you think you can be doing it for like 3-4 months and you haven't perfected it yet to say my price is my price, and you haven't even, you got things to work on. Like understand, if I know I got things to work on, that gives you the ability for your price to go up because you master the things that you're working on. Like you master the things, okay, I know I need to work on this. Okay, I perfected that. Let me charge 500 more. Okay, I know, how I was speaking was a little bit off. I perfected that, now you can charge more. I just finished my book. Okay, now I'm an author. I wasn't one before. Now I can charge $1,000. But if you got things to work on, don't be saying my price is my price. You can't do that, because then that gives people this, like my boy say, the have-nots, to be able to point out why you can't charge that much. But if I put in the work and I work on the things that I know I need to work on, when I say it, I don't care what you say. I know I worked on it. Just because you didn't see it, I know I perfected it. So that's all I got to say with that. Well, CJ.
No, I would say, and most definitely steer clear of those individuals who are just entering the game and they're charging an insanely amount of money, because that goes to show you what their intentions and motives are off the top. They're ready to get rich quick, not impact and change lives, right? So let people hang themselves. If you just get in the game and you talking something, I'm charging $2,500 to $5,000, and you brand new to the game, you still got your ink on your certification is still wet. You see what I'm saying? And you talking about you about to charge 25 to 5. You know what their intentions are. You know what their motives are. If you say, you know what, I'm gonna humbly enter the game. I'm gonna humbly enter the game, and I'm going to charge something that is, reasonable for both you and I. So one, you can get what you need, and I can come up and begin to become credible and a resource in the community. That's the way you do it. But if you've been in the game as long as we have, what'll happen is, you know the value that you bring, but then you'll get people to tell you to humble yourself. You get it all the time. And when they say humble yourself, what they're saying is, oh, he got it. I don't need him to know he has it. So let me falsely tell him to humble himself so he can start to downplay himself and the value that he brings. Man, I fell for the trick many a times. So don't let nobody tell you to humble yourself. One, they're afraid. They only say that because they're afraid that you're going to take off on them. And they don't want to be left behind. Be cocky, be arrogant about what you're doing, especially if you know you have fought through hell and you've gotten through your going through. Be arrogant and cocky about it. Let me tell you right now, man, there ain't too many billionaires and millionaires that was just humble to get where they at. You see what I'm saying? So own your craft, dominate your lane, and in the midst of dominating, perfect great customer service. Because that's what people's going to do. Go ahead.
Hey, no. You finished. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so you're going to tag me in. I'm going
to tag. Yeah, tag in.
Hey, that's why we got the tag team championships out here, bro. We about to blaze them right now. Yo, what my man said, he said, humbly enter the game. It pisses me off when somebody posts, become a certified life coach in 4 weeks. What? How are you going to coach somebody on life in 4 weeks? Information don't do that. Experience does.
And they 22.
And you feel me? Like you bugging. And like my boy Corey said, he says your certification ink is still wet. You ain't put in no work. And this is what I need you guys to understand. Corey, Willie, Shaquan, Matre. You know why we out here? And you know why every time you look, we everywhere? It's because we value what we do. What you treat as a hobby, we master as a craft. Come on now. What you treat as a hobby, we master as a craft. So what am I telling you? You know when you go into the mall, Corey, come on now. You know where I'm going with this. When you go into the mall and you have the Asian person who just posted in the corner, you like, no, we're going to go this way because we already know what's about to go down, right? And then you go there, you're like, let's just try it. And you walk there, yep, they come right to you. Teriyaki chicken? You like, hey, Corey, you like, no teriyaki chicken. They like, try. You're like, no, I don't want to try. They like, try. They get Super Bowl with it, Corey. They put it right to your chest like this. Try it. You're like, you know what? You eat it. You're like, hey, yo, this joint is fire. You like? $5.99. You feel me, bro? You like, yo. But guess what happened? Because they're so confident in what they do, they were confident to give it for free. And I'm telling you, some of y'all will never get to a level because you haven't given out free for 17 years like my man Corey and being able to generate. You haven't gave out free for years like my man Willie. You haven't gave out for free like my man Montre or Shaquan. You haven't gave it for free, but you want somebody to pay for the meal when you haven't even given them customer service or the experience to actually try it. So people look at us sometimes like we're crazy. Like, you giving that for free? Why wouldn't I? When you confident in what you do, you can give it out for free and you make free look good. And better yet, this is what I will tell you. If you put something out for free, you better bring the same energy. Come on now, you better bring the same doggone energy that you would if somebody was gonna cash you out. Why? Because every opportunity may be your last opportunity. And for me and for my dog, we don't wanna go out just saying, oh, I did halfway in the engagement. No, when I'm done with that engagement or when I'm done with a podcast, I'm sweating. I got to jump in the shower. When I'm done with the podcast, I got to be able to get fueled up again. I got to eat because I'm pouring my heart and my soul out. Why? Because this ain't for no fun. We do this every single day. So greatness is not about what you do when you get paid. It's about what you do at the moments when you wasn't getting paid. So like my man Corey Jones said, or better yet, Prophet Jones said, come in the game humbly and remember, don't try to charge what people are charging you and you didn't pay the price that they paid. All right, man.
Hey, no, that's it, bro. You said a mouthful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this.
You see, the enemy don't want us to be great. Come on, let him in, Lord. Let him in. See, the prophet, when the prophet speak.
And at the end of the day,
yep, I can hear you, fam.
Oh, you hear me? All right. What I'm saying is, for wow, who hasn't? For those who haven't been in the game, they can't afford it. They're starving right now. So they're not going to give nothing away. They're going to hoard everything, hoarding everything. You just don't, right? You got to be able to give that sample out to let people know, I can afford to pass out 5,000 samples a day. You know why? Because I know somebody's going to come and buy. That's how cocky and confident and how much value I add to this game. So if I give away 5,000 free samples, that lets you know I've been in the game for a while and I can afford to give away 5,000 free samples. Some dudes are going to bite your head off if you say, oh, man, go ahead and just give them a sample of that. Man, what you talking about? I can't do that. Oh, you brand new to the game. I forgot. So you won't last long. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to let you hang yourself again. See, y'all listen, you ain't got to call nobody out. They going to hang themselves by their actions. The guys that's on this call right here on this podcast, let me tell you, I'm going to share something with you, man. Every one of these guys have given something for free over and over and over again. And you can see the harvest coming their way because they have post about it. You know what I'm saying? My man, William Winfield, he got celebrities coming after him to coach them. Why? Because he's giving away free. He can afford to give away free. He stands by what he say he gonna do. He represents what he say he gonna do. And that's what it is. And all of us do the same thing. So if you see us getting money and you see us moving different, don't take it personal. It's just our business. It has nothing to do with you personally. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? We've given away for free a lot, and now we're just reaping our harvest. But that's going to show you who's really about this life and who's not. About how much they give away.
Go ahead, Quan. I know you got to say something.
Now, I was just going to say, piggyback off what Corey just said, like, we got a young boy in the city that came up with a clothing line. And everybody was like, yo, fam, like, you need to focus on school. You worried about a clothing line 1 minute, and 1 minute you want to cut a head. Like, you all over the place. So, he made up the shirts, got them, he put them on Facebook. Everybody shared them. He was like, yo, I still got shirts. I'm like, everybody's sharing it, but ain't nobody buying none. So I was like, yo, let me get two. And he was like, all right. I was like, I'm about to cash app you now. I cash apped him $50. He was like, yo, they 15 a piece. Did you mean to send 50? Absolutely. Keep the extra. I know how it feels to want to sell something and people ain't buying it. They ain't believing in you. It's one thing for me to post my work and you share it, but it's another thing for you to come to me and be like, yo, I seen you post that. I need some work done. It's the difference between now, I mean, both of them is supporting. If I'm selling something and we family, don't just share it, buy it as well.
Hey, let me jump in that because Shaquan said something so profound. Listen, he said, I gave my man $50. Your act of kindness can help somebody else believe in themselves based on what you do. And the reason I say that is this. I got a man that's a barber right now. He's out here. He quit his job, go full-time barber. And I had prepped him for years to go and jump into it because I believed in the value and I believed in his quality of work. He didn't believe it, but I did. He finally stepped out on faith after 5 years, right? And he's doing it. I went to his shop and I said, man, look, let me go ahead and get chopped up. Now, I have a barber. I have a barber that I go to. But I said, let me go to my man. Let him chop me up, whatever. I said, how much is it, man? He said, man, it's only 25. I said, all right. I said, because I believe in what you do, I gave him a $25 tip. Boom. Because I'm like, listen, I believe in what you're doing. And sometimes he doubts himself because the money ain't flowing in. But by me doing that random act of kindness and doing that gesture to say I'm going to pour more into you than what is required for me to pour into you, they're going to show you I believe in you. And that just boosted his day. I went back to him again today. I said, and I just went to the barber last week to my own guy. Went back to my man today. I said, look, man, go ahead and get my hair stuff right. He's like, bet. I said, how much I owe you? He said, 15. I tipped him another $15 because I believe in what he's doing. He's like, man, I appreciate it. You don't have to do that. I know I don't. But because I want you to start believing in your gifts and what you do so you don't burn out in this game, because people will make you burn out because they don't tip you well. They don't say how, they don't appreciate you enough. I do. So let me do what I can do to help you stay committed and in this game.
Facts, Corey. And look, so after I bought the 2 shirts, like it probably was like 2 months ago. So this past Friday, he posted new merch on his Snap, and I slid up and was like, "Yo, that joint fire." He was like, "Yo, I got another one too." I was like, "Send me the picture." So he sent me both of them. He was like, I was like, I'm about to cash app you, and he was like, all right, they 15 a piece. Boom, hit him with 50. I say, yo, I know it's Friday. You out, you young. Pull up on me whenever you come through. He was like, yo, I'm already in the driveway. Money hadn't even hit his cash app yet. And he was like, yo, I'm in the driveway.
Yo, you know what's funny? Like, and this is why I love my people, yo. Like, yo, man, like, these are my blood brothers, man. Like, yo, I promise you, it's funny, right? I hit up my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law is now getting into the process of doing shirts, like, printing them and all that kind of stuff. And, she kind of struggles with confidence sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? I just coach her sometimes, Corey. I'm just like, you know what? Like, yo, be confident in what you do. Like, just know that the quality is good quality, man. I'm like, yo, this is, like, I love it. But she has she just needs that push. So I hit her up today. I'm like, yo, I need a shirt. And she was like, all right, and I said, I need that cotton. You know what I'm saying? I need that cotton. I need that nice shirt. She said, I got you. And I said, all right, so how much is it? She said, I don't know, maybe, 12. I said, good, that means 25. I said, that means 25, right? She was like, 25? I said, that's 25, right? And the problem with some of y'all is that y'all look at the finished product, but you don't look at the labor that the person goes through to finish the product. That's your problem. You look at Corey's program at $2,000, but you didn't see the $2,000 of pain and hell that he had to go through. Come on. You look at a logo from my man and that you have to pay $250 for, but you don't look at the time that he has to leave his kids, the time that he has to spend away from his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at what my man Montre charged, but you don't look at the hell that he goes through. You didn't go through no suicidal thoughts. You didn't go through no alcohol. You didn't go through that. You just looking at $3,000. What? Listen to me. If there's a price to it, we paid the price. Now, I'm not talking about them fugazi people, or as my man Prophet Corey D. Jones says, the marshmallow puffs, right? But what I'm telling you is that when you get to a point in your life where you understand that you can support somebody else, and not just, that's why I say Facebook's the ghetto, bro. Facebook is the ghetto. I promise you, you drop a book. Everybody, you have 500 congratulations. And not one person purchased the book. I can't, like my man Corey says, you can't, Prophet Corey says, right? I can't deposit a congratulations in my bank account. Better yet, I'd rather you share the joint than actually comment on the joint. At least give me a chance to survive and then thrive. You feel me? But I'm telling you, like, when you learn how to help other people, God gonna get you on the back end. And that's why like my man Montre, man, he's out there killing the game in Virginia. I mean, sooner or later, Barack Obama gonna call him up, be like, fellow Americans, we need to get Montre here because he about to kill the game. And I'm telling you, it's like, yo, when you are surrounded with people who understand the importance of where they came from, to bless somebody else and to help them believe, man, that's the seed that you plant. Because legacy is not what you leave in the world, it's what you leave in people. That's what legacy is, man. So, yo, man, Montre, I know you just got on here, bro. Now, I know you're driving, so I got you, fam. I got you. So if you want to jump on and add to we just talking about your price is your price, but you got to bring value. But you can jump in on anything that we just said. I'm going to mute you. Hold on one second, Trey. Come on, man. This thing don't want us to be great. All right, there you go.
Get the floor general in here.
Let's go.
Hey, give me a couple of seconds. I'm pulling up in the driveway now, so I don't want to get distorted.
Well, I'll take you. I got you. I got you, Montre. Listen, if the people that we do these services for don't take care of us, we'll go somewhere else. Because the first thing they'll do is you'll try to provide a service, you'll try to give them all that you have, and then they'll deny you. And as soon as you step outside of your neighborhood, they're going to say, oh, you sold out. No, I didn't. I tried to take care of you. I tried to give it to the people first. You didn't appreciate what I was bringing because I became too common to you. People only appreciate you when they can no longer get to you. I'm going to say that one more time. People only really appreciate you when they no longer can get to you or touch you. Because now they're like, oh, they've done something. They made it. Well, now you want to appreciate me. But when I was in your face shaking your hand, and matter of fact, not even just shook your hand, I actually was close enough to give you a hug. You didn't even embrace it. So don't open your mouth or fix your mouth to say nothing about what I did and did not do, because y'all was the first line to get it, and y'all was the first line to turn it down. So when Corey D. Jones step outside of his community and his neighborhood, because people in the community and neighborhood not standing by Corey D. Jones, then that's on them. And the same thing with y'all. Don't let nobody, man, devalue you where you work at all the time, where you pour into all the time, where you your blood, sweat, and tears all the time. Don't let nobody devalue you in your own community. If they don't appreciate, I say it like this, and this is what I always say. If people do not appreciate my presence, I will make them respect my absence. Point blank, period.
Hey, bro. I think you need to trademark that before somebody take it on Facebook, bro. I'm just saying. Hey, fire. And okay, the floor general is here. He got the Malcolm X chair too. Oh, he about to give you this work.
He in the basement. He got the visor on.
Hey, man, I'm out here. Nah, man. From what I just heard, man, y'all said a lot of great things, man. I know this podcast was fire. I'm sorry I'm late. I was in the meeting, everybody, that I had to go little gorilla in the meeting, so that's why it took me so long. But yeah, man, a lot of people just won't support what you do because they feel like you competition. And the bad part about it is you don't even do the same things. So a lot of people feel like you're competition and they won't support you, even though you don't do anything that's similar. They just see you operating in your gift and becoming successful, and they hate that. Like, it's just the crab in the bucket theory. You know, as soon as you get to the top, they want to pull you back down because nobody wants you to do better than they're doing. Everybody wants to be, you know, say that they want to brag on themselves, and they won't hit the like button because you don't like their stuff. They won't hit the share button because you don't share their stuff. So a lot of people just look at you as competition, and that's why they do not support you. They don't want you to be what you potentially could be. They see what you could be, and they hate the fact that you're almost there and they're not. They hate the fact that you're making money and they're not. They hate the fact that somebody else on their Facebook liking your stuff and they ain't liking their stuff. And they create these like it was like the Michael Jordan, The Last Dance. He created these scenarios in his head all the time. That's what these people do. They create these scenarios in their head. If you don't tell me happy birthday on my Facebook, or you don't like me. So even though I like what you do, I'm not gonna share it. I'm not gonna buy it because I got it in my mind that you don't like me, so I don't like you. A lot of people just put these thought bubbles over other people's head and they don't support because they feel like the competition at the end of the day.
Can I help break this competition mentality? Please, let me educate real quick. Everybody's podcast, listen. Competition is a dangerous word, and it's often misused at the wrong times. There's nothing wrong with being competitive in sports. You want to win, right? But everything in life should not be a competition. And the reason I say that is this, because once you compete, say we all speakers, everybody on this call is a speaker, but there's no reason for me to compete against Will, Matre, or Shaquan. Why? Because once I outdo them or they outdo me, guess what? There's somebody else standing in line that they have to outdo. And so you're going to spend all your time trying to outdo everybody in this line that's in front of you. So stop competing and dominate your lane. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference because there is no when you're dominating. That means you're focused on your own craft. That means you're mastering your craft, and you don't care about who else is doing it. But when you're competing, you go into self-defense mode, and you do everything you can to try to outdo this person, even if that means getting out of your character to outdo them. And once you get components to this piece right here, so you can keep competing if you want to. Competition is a dangerous word. I would say dominate your lane, because when you dominating, can't nobody do what you do. I had that mentality. I'm competing. I'm about to go after the number one spot in the world. I still feel like that. But Eric Thomas has already beat me to the spot. So what can I do to outdo Eric Thomas? Knowing everything that I do, and I can do it so well that Eric Thomas difference between competition and dominating your lane.
Okay. I see you now. Yes, sir. Hey, my Trey, I called it too. I said my Trey gonna be late because he's gonna go gorilla on him. I said,
Yeah, but yeah, it was a few people in that meeting that was wild, and so I went in there. Martin Luther King, I had to come out Malcolm X, man.
hey,
I really didn't want to do it, but God, dog, man. And I'm gonna be honest, man. One of the first things that came out of one of the dude's mouth was, "Ain't no racism doesn't exist." I said, "Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night."
Hey, bro. And listen, guys, man, this is what I want to say, man. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, we do this podcast for free. I think, Shaquan, I think next week will be 30 episodes that we finally did all together. I ain't talking about the first couple episodes that I did. I'm talking about together as a unit.
It don't feel like it.
Right, bro, I know. I mean, like, but the consistency, we've been faithful to it, man. And I'm just grateful, man. You know, like, that's why when my Trey came on, he was like, man, I'm sorry I'm late. You know, I know that's that Bedford, Virginia common courtesy, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, like, you got on, bro. Like, I didn't even care. I'm just glad to see my boy, man. Like, I'm just sitting here just like, yo, like some people can't even keep this up. Like you got a podcast, you post a podcast, but you only have 2 episodes. You got 2 episodes, but you want to get on my episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, no, it don't work like that. Like, you have to do the work. And because we value, like, listen to me, the stuff that we're giving you, a lot of people pay for. I promise you that. They pay for it. They ain't got no problem cashing us out either. Here you go, my Trey, Corey, Shaquan, right? And Willie, well, yeah, Willie everywhere. Willie everywhere, man. That boy like the Holy Ghost, man. I swear. But listen, man, like for everybody that's listening to this right now, man, just know that where you are is not where you have to continue to be. And never forget, you have to learn how to master free. I always tell people, free only becomes free when you don't monetize from it. I'm going to say that one more time. Free only becomes free when you don't monetize off of it. And you know how we all got better in our craft? We gave the craft away. And now because we gave it away, everybody pays us to do what we do. And again, right, I'm super, super excited what's about to come for all of y'all. You guys are amazing in your own lane. You're dominating the lane. But this is what you get, man. Like, you know, you get transparency, you get information, but most importantly, you get implementation, stuff that you can implement. So anybody got any last words before we clock out?
Jay-Z said, set your price and live your life.
Ooh, hey, simple. Hey, I'm gonna start calling you the lyrics guru because you know it all. Hey, that's the legacy gem. So that's the fan. I'm gonna let you know, don't live just to exist, live to be remembered. Let's get it.